Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all having a good one. We are back again. All right. All right. Hello, Kick. Hello, Twitch. Hello, YouTube. Yeah, let's just roll with this for now and get some farming out the way. Let me get these chat windows going. Phenom 48, thank you for the follow on Kick. Chat with you on Discord. Not at this time, thank you. Gotta check something real quick. Another hot one today out here on the Central Coast. I was going to be live earlier, but we made a purchase. That's Garbo. There we go. Let's keep it rolling. Hope you're all having a good one. You know what? I did not even check the bazaar. See if we made any sales. We had 6 items, so cool. Hey, what up, iFlip? How you doing, man? Good, just farming, trying to find a new show to watch. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. So, like 2 weeks ago, my wife's PC broke, right? Well, not broke. It just died. And the BIOS hangs, right? And I've tried everything. We get a display, it gets to the BIOS, and then it just hangs. I've swapped out the RAM, I changed the CPU, because I have spares, right? That's me, I'm a hoarder. So I changed the CPU, I made all these different changes, I cleared the CMOS, all that good stuff, still hanging. I'm like, okay, you know what? There might be a fix for this, but I'm throwing in the towel now. So my wife's like, that's fine. Here, how about this? How about you build yourself a brand new computer and I get your old one? I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, make it good. Make it a good PC. And I'm like, well, my PC's kind of good. She's like, yeah, but when you built that 2 years ago, you built it for gaming. You've had issues with it. You've had issues with it. It overheats a lot, you know. Well, it doesn't overheat, but she made you an offer you can't refuse. Exactly. Because I've had to upgrade it to accommodate the streaming, right? I had to take it from an 8-core to a 12-core CPU. I've had to upgrade the RAM. Yeah, I've had to do this different stuff. It's good now. It'll last me, like in its current state, it would last me a little while. But she's just like, build yourself a brand new PC, get good parts, make sure it'll last you like a number of years, and go from there. So the idea is high end today. So I wasn't expecting to have this, but we did this. I went to buy it from, because I've been price checking the last couple days, and Best Buy had the best prices on the 4080 series. And this one was in stock at my local Best Buy, so I bought it and picked it up all in one day. I was expecting to have it shipped to me, but they're like, it's in stock. I'm like, I don't have to worry about it getting damaged in transit. Yeah, I'll go pick it up right now. And the idea is, if it's taken a while on my on getting the rest of the parts, because I'm trying to get sales, right? I could just slap this puppy in there. And it looked like the price on these were starting to go up. I looked yesterday, this was $1,000. Today, it gone up to $1,100. I'm like, okay, it's the model I want. It's everything I want in a card. I don't know if prices are just going to keep going up. I know, right? I told you. She told me go high end. Now, obviously, highest end would be $4,090, right? That's like $2,000. No. But this will last me a while for what I do, right? It'll last me a while for what I do. I'm hoping to get a good 4 or 5 years out of this card. I've been Team AMD for the last 5 years. I was actually going to get the 7900 XTX, but Air Dragon put a bug in my ear yesterday on stream, because I was like, yeah, I'm going to build this. I'm going to get the 7900 XTX, and brother, did he put a bug in my ear. He put a bug in my... It was a freaking cockroach, dude. It was a cockroach, and I did some digging, and I'm like, freaking Air Dragon, why does he have to make sense, man? I was gonna get for what I do with streaming and content creation, this is the better card. So, but I wanted that 7900 XTX, man. Believe me, I wanted it. But considering I actually do make money off of streaming, it's not a whole lot, but it is something. I do see the point in some investment. I mean, the streaming is still pretty much a hobby for me, but it's a hobby that's monetized to a degree, because you guys tune in every day and you're like, hey, what's up, how's it going? So believe it or not, all these days of streaming, just one right after another, it starts to add up. So thank you to you guys. I can actually, go buy some parts. But yeah, so I don't have that plugged in right now. I'm still on my old setup because, like I said, I'm Team AMD. I'm not Team AMD. I'm not a fanboy. I'm like wherever the value for ratio is. Not exactly value, but what suits what I do, I will go with that. Hey, what up, Dreadswitch? So yeah, I wasn't expecting to have that in my hands today. So the idea is to now wait for Prime Day, which that might have been a mistake because all the parts... This is what I got. Oh. It was that hand. Hey, what up, Chris? Yeah. Did I get it on sale? Unfortunately not. Oh, well, Chris, you literally just got here. Somebody over on Twitch was saying, was asking what I get. Fortunately not. Yesterday when I checked, this was $999, and I thought that was the actual price. But then I checked today and it went up to $1,100. It went up by $100. And Squeak was saying yesterday that prices on electronics might be going up because of the hurricane over on the East Coast. No, I got it for $1,100. So, I mean, if I had bought it yesterday, it would have been under $1,000 by one penny, $1. It's the model I wanted. It's everything I wanted. So I was like, and it came with a game. I don't know if I'm going to play it, Star Wars Outlaws, but I mean, it came with that. Exactly. That's why I'm thinking Dread Switch. I thought, maybe pick up a 4070 or something, but then I didn't know how long before I needed to upgrade that. I'm like, let's just go with this. I know people were saying, the 50 series is right around the corner. We don't know what the price is going to be for the Are you going to bottleneck your CPU? Yeah, exactly, Chris. $100 ain't going to break me long term. The idea, Dread Switch, is we're actually doing a whole brand new build. We're doing a whole brand new build. I didn't expect this to have this in hand. I didn't think the 4080s would be on sale during Prime Day, so I pulled the trigger on this now. And on Prime Day, I'm hoping to get a 7000 series CPU. I was looking at the 9000 series from AMD, and a lot of tech review channels that I've watched for years have all pretty much said skip it. No, I'm going to, with what I do, Dreadswitch, with what I do in the content creation, it has to be at least a 12 core. I'm not going back to an 8 core. The 9800 X3D is nice, but that's an 8 core. With what I do, 12 core just feels so much better. I had an 8 core before I bought this 12 core, and it's just, oh man, it's just so much better. So we'll have to see. We'll have to. If I was doing just pure gaming, I wouldn't buy a card like this. I'd probably get something like the 4070. Yeah, there is the 7950 X3D. That is a thing. I do like my frames. That is a thing. We shall see. The thing is, I could use this graphics card right now. Of all the parts I was going to buy, that would be the thing I can use immediately with my current rig. It's not in there right now. Because, I got home from work. I'm like, let me buy it. Oh, it went up in money. It might go up in money again. Who knows? Whatever. I'm going to buy it now. Like Chris was saying, $100 isn't going to break me if I'm already spending that kind of money. I thought about going Team Intel. I haven't used Intel in a while, but the very same tech review channels were cautioning Intel due to, some microcode or something that's going on right now. And I've been using AMD since 2017. I did have issues at first. Intel Arrow Lake might be a game changer, but nobody's tested it, right? I figured if I went with the AM5 socket, there's an upgrade path later on down the road. I've been gaming 1080p for so long, but now that I got a card like that, I'm going to go up to 1440p. I like my frames, but I am going to get a couple 1440p monitors. The reason why is because I've liked my frames. I know up here... no, I'm not going to go ultra wide because I like to have two monitors. No. OLED is not for me. It looks fantastic, but I have concerns about burn-in. I don't know. I've been kind of out of the loop on OLED. Is burn-in still a thing? Yeah, no, I used to overclock my chips, Chris. I don't anymore. The boosting capabilities on these chips are. The last chip I overclocked was the 1700 when I got in on the ground floor on the AM4 platform. Now that was a headache. That was a headache. That's why I kind of don't even want to get the 9000 series chips right now because because they're new. New pixel refresh every 4 hours. I mean, that sounds great. If I was just gaming, I'd probably be interested in something like that, but I like having two monitors when I'm streaming. I don't want to have to like split the monitor in half through software. I just would rather have two separate monitors. That way I can have chat, OBS, and everything on the monitor I'm talking to you guys on whenever I look over here. My webcam's over here. That way I look over here, bam, here's all my streaming stuff. And then I look over here, here's all my gaming stuff. You got a second monitor above your main monitor? That's nice. You've used several, so Chris on YouTube, you've used several ultra wides and you can't stand them. I can't say I've ever really used an ultra wide before, other than like my TV, which is technically not an ultra wide. The game's bugged and forgot your Forgotten Nights on the character. Oh, I flip. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Dude, yeah, last Epoch's been dealing with some bugs. Yeah, I prefer 16:9. I don't think I would really like ultra wide that much, just from what I've seen. But again, I haven't used one personally. But I know there's people out there who swear by them. So I think my wife would like an ultra wide. She would really like an ultra wide, I think. Whereas I like 16:9 a lot. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, I flip. That's unfortunate. There's more leaks about the 5090. I saw videos on YouTube, but like I got home from work. I got changed. My wife brought me some dinner so I can like get the stream ready. And then I was like, okay, let me buy this graphics card now. That way they can start shipping it. And then it was like available in store. So I'm like, oh, I could have this right now. So I went and picked it up, and that kind of chewed into any time I would have spent watching YouTube. It's okay. It's what you deserve for cheesing it. How'd you cheese it? Hey, so Chris, since you seem to be pretty knowledgeable on the AM5 platform, how do you feel about the X670 boards? Because I found one that I like a lot. It has a lot of features, and I was thinking about going with that. But is the X670 worth it for the features? Because I've only used the B series boards. Yeah, I heard that they're going to release in January. X670 is great if you use the features. The one I found, like, I really like the features on there, and I was like, oh, I want to get this board. And at the time, it was only $10 more than like the B650s, And then I looked again today, and the price went up by $50. So I'm like, oh, that's why I'm thinking. Hard to type out, but basically with the corruption catch-up, you don't really need to push corruption to unlock all the harbingers, so it's a lot safer in hardcore. Yeah, I know what you mean, iFlip. That's actually what I did. I pushed corruption in one timeline till it was at 300, and then I went to each timeline, boosted the instantly did one mono. Orbis unlocks, did that, bam, that timeline was at 300, and I just went ding, 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 killed all the harbingers in one day, and went and killed Aberoth, because why not? How much is a squirrel helm going for? How much is a squirrel helm going for? How much can I sell this for? Oh, I see where you're going with that. I just used Glyphs of Envy. I was lazy. I don't know. Are a lot of people playing squirrels these days? Herald of the Scurry. Oh, anything that's been slammed. Only got +1 to summon Wolf. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, I know what you mean. I've had that happen, iFlip. Back when you played Beastmaster prior to 1.0, I could never get a Scurry drop. Yeah, I didn't even play it back then, Chris. I finally played... squirrels in 1.0. I got it to drop, so let's list this for 0. I don't know if anybody's using the Shadow Beacon, so I'm just gonna list it for 25k and move on with my life. You've been playing Spellblade, though? It's pretty fun. Nice. I have actually never personally played Spellblade. I've heard from some people that it's cool, and I've heard from others that it's not. I guess it depends on your tastes. Oh, you're playing Spellblade too, Chris? Hell, let's go. Yeah, it's not for everyone, but it's definitely the best mono farmer you've ever played. Wow. Okay, that's a strong endorsement. I know you play this game a lot, iFlip. Honestly, like for me, this build that I'm playing right now was the best mono farmer I had ever played until I played Torment Warlock. All the spirits and everything flying around, just possessing people like that, just I was like, damn. This is still high second place for me. Just go around, let the hammers tag them a couple times, they get hit with 200 sacks of bleed, and you keep moving, and then they die. How are we doing tonight, Bike? We're doing pretty good, Jolteon. How about yourself? I know you saw my little announcement in Discord, man. Appreciate the love. And the announcement was the graphics card. Nobody here in the live stream's missing out on anything. You got work in 3 hours and you can't sleep, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Dude, past few nights I haven't been able to sleep too well. Well, once I go to sleep, I'm okay. At least you'll get an hour nap. Yeah, but that's so unfortunate, man. I feel you. Hasn't been that bad for me. You got an investigation interview about, and it's something you didn't do, and you think that's subconsciously bothering? Yeah, I got you. I don't know if I could sleep either if I knew I had that sort of thing on the horizon. Oh my gosh. And it wasn't even a crit. Just like you did. So you're getting interviewed about why I didn't empty it and if I know the impact. Oh, alarms. We're going off about the fridges being too high that the person in the morning silenced, and I then got notified 12 hours later at 8:30 p.m. I should have emptied them of stock, but I didn't think about it as it was only me and one other person working. So getting interviewed about why I didn't empty it and if I know the impact it could have had on people if they bought food and got sick because of it. Hopefully just don't get to lose your job over that. Yeah, that's a sticky situation there, Jolteon. Yeah, that's a sticky situation, man, for sure. So what happened? Did the cooler just die? Did the fridges just die? And at that point, I feel like that's a management decision about what happens to inventory. But I've been in situations like that before. Knowing management, they would be like, well, can it be saved? Be like, let me take the temperatures of everything. Yeah, we've had like power outages before that lasted a while. I have to go through and take temperatures of everything to make sure it's okay. Okay, let me catch up on this. In this situation, this is from Firewolf. Why are you responsible for it when the morning employee silenced it and did not pass information forward to other employees, so thus you were ignorant to the situation until you were notified? Our shop is kind of old. We had a gas leak somewhere, and it's the first fridge in line, and it's the one that gets impacted most. The person in the morning is new, so being let off lightly because of that. Yes, but not passing vital information forward that could lead to harm should be inexcusable, at least in my regime. It's only a problem because it was the manager from another store that was in the next morning, and she doesn't like our store, but was looking after it while my manager was on holiday. Oh yes, I fully understand. I'm not happy about it, but it is what it is. Yeah, that does. I guess my next question is, Jolteon, are you in any sort of management role there, or are you just an employee? Because I feel like what should have happened is the newbie Hey, what up, Octocrow? The newbie should have informed management. I don't know. I can't fathom why you're finding out about that 12 hours later. You're an under manager. So when nobody else... So when the manager isn't there, you're in charge? Is that what that is? I've never heard the term under manager. I'm guessing it's like assistant manager or something like that. Pretty much, yeah. Okay. More of a shift lead. Oh, okay. Like the lack of information being passed forward and the lack of notification that alarm was silenced that could cause harm is baffling. For sure. Okay, so yeah, I agree. And if this person is new, were they an under manager as well? Or were they an employee? Because at some point, I feel like there should have been some sort of other manager on site to go over this. I don't know why the buck got kicked down the road for so long. I mean, if you're working around food, and it sounds like you're working at a grocery store, they're also a shift lead. Yeah, it's... And they were not trained on this? I'm sorry, like, all of this is... I mean, all of this just sounds shitty, man. Right, you got your own specific code. Yeah, that makes sense. Just all of this sounds shitty. That they were in leadership as well, or shift lead. Yeah, it sounds like they seriously, this person, even though they're new, seriously dropped the ball. And I don't understand why no other form of communicate, like, because believe me, anything like that's going down, I wouldn't silence it. I'd be like, yo, we need to get a hold of somebody. I don't understand how you found out about it 12 hours later and that it's like your responsibility. Like, basically, I'm like, where is the upper management? Do they only poke their heads in every once in a while? Yeah. It's... Yeah, it sounds like that. I mean, it also sounds like corpo speak. Shit rolling downhill. Because, Where I work, typically, if something goes wrong, they go straight to whoever is in charge, and they better have a good excuse. Like, I wasn't made aware. Okay, we're talking to that person. I also work in a different environment, right? I'm head cook of a kitchen. If something went wrong there, believe me, even like I've had shit happen where something went wrong and I wasn't there and I still got blamed for it. I mean, that's the military for you. Where I'm at, something breaks, first stop is the operator, next is the floor lead, me too, and I'm just an operator. Yeah, I got you, Firewolf. Yeah, I got you. Leave work at 5 p.m. on Friday. Something breaks at 8 p.m. It's your fault, even though there's a night operator. Yeah. And since you have more experience, you're getting blamed. Okay, yeah, I know exactly what... I know exactly where you're coming from. Have I seen the new game? I've seen people playing it. I heard about it. I heard it was an MMO. I haven't played it or seen or seen gameplay. Nine years? Okay, I mean, that's got to count for something, right? It's an MMO meets ARPG. Yeah. Captain P67 said he was playing it. That makes sense. Well, also, like, since you haven't had anything happen before, replacing you might end up being a liability to them. Right? They might enforce something. Yeah, seriously. Like, because you got to think about it. Okay, you've worked there 9 years. You never had any issues. This is probably your first major issue that's ever happened. What is the cost of replacing you? 9 years with no mistakes. Okay, yeah, maybe you should have known better, arguably, hypothetically, from that point of view. At the end of the day, they are going to have to pay money to train somebody to replace you. Is that going to be worth it to them? Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to pay money and spend man hours to replace you. And since you don't have a history of being a fuck-up, honestly, and honestly, that is always the best course of action, because, like, in any situation, I think retraining it, like, just from a management point of view, retraining, because if you've gone through multiple retrainings, then it's like, oh, okay, like, literally, this guy is just, he's just screwing up and he can't learn better. Then we'll take the chip. But at this point in time, retraining, I don't know if they can do anything. Like, I doubt they, I don't know. I work for the military. They can't talk my pay, so I don't know if that's a thing where you are. But yeah, it'll probably just be like, yeah, you should have done this. Yes, we understand. but you're more experienced or you're being judged harder. You have to go through this retraining process. It's gonna suck, but I doubt they're just gonna military. Well, I'm a civilian, but yeah, you're right. You're right, Firewolf. Last time we did this food safety training was 2 years ago. How often do you have to do it? Not necessarily. It depends. It depends, Firewolf, because obviously I'm in a different... at least yearly. Because for what I do, obviously it's food service, but I think it's adjacent, right? We got to do 3 years for regular food handlers, or if you're like me, manager level, you got to do that once every 5 years. But that's here in the United States, in the state of California. He's in Great Britain, so I don't know what the difference is. Also, he's in a similar but different field. You have to go through monthly safety courses and annual research just to run the machines you run? Yeah, for sure. Those can get bad real quick, yeah. My brother has a degree in computer science and he works in IT, man. I think he's got to get his certs done every 2-3 years. I just sell food to the public. There we go. On a lighter note, I got my Warlock Tamanos, and you got a druid just past the part where you kill the guy on the ship. Yeah, Firewolf's druid is pretty nutty. Kept dying on your paladin, so you got annoyed. Yeah, last time we were talking, you said you were doing bleed hammers. You're going against the grain and Throne and Liberty using a build that nobody else is using. The freaking caskets? What caskets? Man. I gotta try and air out my back. It was another hot day for the area. Gotta check something real quick. Oh, thank you for the likes over on YouTube, guys. 3 a.m. I'm gonna try and get a little sleep and nice catch up with you guys. Yeah, and good luck tomorrow, Jolteon. You take care. You get some good sleep. I'll keep you posted. See you tomorrow, bro. Hey, what up, Marvel Man? How you doing today? Well, I just see you're still blasting. Well, we're trying, man. What have you been up to, man? Glad to see you still blasting. Low energy funk here, dude. Work's been kicking your ass. How you feeling? I'm feeling okay. I think my allergies are really acting up. Seasonal allergies. I've been getting a lot of draining, and so right now my throat sounds kind of froggish. And I've been waking up every day like, ugh. It's been really warm here for the area. Which I don't understand why my allergies would be acting up. I don't think I'm sick. I think it's just allergies. Yeah, so like out here on the Central Coast, Monterey County here in California, the past few days, it's been in the... Yeah, I've been 100% since the COVID diagnosis a couple months ago, yeah. So the past couple days out here on the Central Coast of Monterey County, California, it's been in the mid-80s, which for the rest of the country is a really nice day. And honestly, the weather was super nice outside. I enjoyed it, but these houses were all built to trap heat in because it's usually a lot cooler out here, you know? So right now here in the office while streaming, my computer is just freaking furnace right now. It is hot. My back is sweating, and obviously nobody has air conditioning or anything like that. So my only source of air conditioning is this freaking fan I got pointed at my back. Yeah. So I already started off with a warm room, right? Since it's just trapping the heat. The computer is just furnace right now. And that's, again, like I said, the houses were built to be insulated to trap heat in. So the office is even hotter right now. It is hot in here, man. So I don't know why. I don't know how that correlates, but for some reason my allergies have been acting up the past couple days since this heat wave. I say that because I've like lived in Texas, you know, 80 degrees was 80, 85 was a cold day almost. But I mean, out here, dude, it's something else. Also, when I lived in Texas, every house had AC, so. But yep, other than that, oh, here, I got something to show you, Marvel Man. So, about 2 weeks ago, there's a little story attached to it. About 2 weeks ago, my wife's computer died. It's gone. Yeah, and for the most part, like, I would say here in Monterey County, I would be shocked if 15% of the houses had AC. It's probably lower than that. The vast majority of everybody's homes out there doesn't have it because it's usually not this hot, right? And like I said, all the houses are pretty well insulated to keep heat in because it's usually a lot cooler, so that just... it's a compounding thing. Yeah, AC was considered an upgrade for sure. So, Marvel Man, my wife's computer died. I've tried all my little tricks. Nothing's working. And so we've decided to just move on. We're not going to take it to a repair place. We're just going to use whatever we would have spent on a repair to get a new computer. And so my wife suggested that I build myself a new computer, and she gets my current one. Because when I built this guy 2 years ago, I built it for gaming, not streaming. Now that I'm streaming, I have more desires, so to speak. I want some more features. And she's like, yeah, just do that. Build yourself a brand new computer. I want you to do it. So, and she said, go high end. So we're starting off with this puppy, which I just picked up at the store. It's not in the computer right now. Are you adopting? No. So this isn't in the computer right now. We're not using this one. We're thinking something that'll last me, at least the GPU side, last me a good 4 or 5 years. So decided to go with the 4080 Super for what I would be using it for. 4090 was just outside of the budget. I mean, obviously that's probably the best content creation GPU right now, but 4080 is not too bad. It's kind of a... I wanted to get a 7900 XTX and stick with AMD, but just with all the content creation features this GPU has, because she's like, just do your homework. All roads were pointing to this. Even Air Dragon yesterday was in here. Oh, your wife told you the same thing, Marvel Man? Go higher? Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm waiting for Prime Day. It's next week. Tuesday and Wednesday. And we're going to look to see if we can grab any deals. And I'm going with the AM5 platform. And I doubt the 9000 series chips are going to be on sale, but maybe the 7000 series chips. Just go with that. My wife gave me a budget on my GPU upgrade, so at the time this was the only one in stock that fits the budget. Dude, a 4070 Super is great. If I was just gaming, 4070 Super would be fine. You have a 7700? Yeah. So I'm not going back to 8 cores. That's what I had originally. I was able to pick up a 5900X, a 12-core CPU. On sale and upgrade my 5800X because my 5800X was dying while I was streaming. That thing was, I mean, it's still good, but it was just not keeping up with what I needed for streaming. So I went for the 12 core. Now you can make an argument now that I actually got a decent GPU to pair with it. I could probably get away with an 8 core, but I'm not going back to 8 core. I want at least a 12 core or maybe even the 16 core. You need a different board. Your current board has issues running high-end RAM. Yeah, I think I want to go X670. Just put that money up because we want that platform to last us 6 to 8 years. And with the AM5 socket, you know, later on down the road, if they support it past 3 generations, update the BIOS, get a what would they be up to? A 10,000 series? 11,000 series? Does fine with everything you're doing. That's an amazing combo right there. If I was just gaming, I would be happy with that. Even when you stream, which is rare nowadays. Yeah, I got you, Firewolf. So, I bought that card today through Best Buy. I was looking on Amazon and Newegg, and the prices were okay, but the card I wanted I was able to get on Best Buy for a decent price. It went up by $100 since yesterday, but I was like, whatever. I'm pulling the trigger on it. And it happened to be in stock, so I don't have to worry about it getting damaged in transit. Went and picked it up today. Bought it today, picked it up today. My 3060 Ti on the RAM chip did well. Also overhauled everything at the time I bought my card. That makes sense. Yeah, I want to move to the AM5 platform. My wife is going to be fine with this setup. It'll probably last her like 9 years with what she does. You bought two 27-inch curved monitors. Oh, nice. What resolution did you go with? Did you go up to 1440p or 4K? Because I've been gaming on 1080p for forever, and I'm actually going to pick up some 1440p monitors to go with this. Yeah, dude, being in stock at Best Buy is a huge, like, wait, I can have this now? I don't have to worry about it getting damaged in transit or a porch pirate taking it off my porch. They're G-Sync capable. Yeah, you want a G-Sync? Well, does NVIDIA support FreeSync now? I feel like they do. Currently only have G-Sync in the app. I got you. Let's see. Yeah, that's a great value right there, Firewolf. Yeah, for sure. That's a great value, man. And like you say, you don't have to take time to build it. Yeah, and then over time, upgrade the RAM and the GPU. Yeah, that makes sense. Next step is board swap. I hate doing motherboard swaps. I did it once before. I'm that kind of grumpy with it. your board caps at 200 gigs of RAM. I guess it depends on how long you want that board to last you. Full board and chip swap. Yeah, at that point, I'm like, nah, I'm just building a new rig. If I'm already taking the motherboard out, I'm just building a new rig. I'm grumpy like that. And then I just generally pass all my old rigs off to family or something. I don't even bother selling them. I sold one rig before, and I'm like, eh. You don't like your Caser fans either? So I'll probably send my bare bones to your uncle who got your 3060. Oh, that makes sense. I've been checking out some cases, and the one I've settled on is the NZXT H7 Flow 2024. I want something with a lot of airflow. Though I've heard a lot of good things about the Corsair 400D. But the NZXT was a little bit more expensive, but I liked the layout. I've built an NZXT before. I like their cases. Their cable management's usually pretty good. I'm not doing RGB. I typically, RGB was cool at one point, but you're gonna water cool it? Yeah, I'm going with a water cooler this time. Exactly. Like when I was first getting into building, and my first full build that I did, I got RGB everything, and I thought it was great. And then after about a year, I'm like, why the hell do I care about this? All fans, case, and light. Yeah, there you go. No. At the time, it was cool. Yeah, exactly. At the time, it was cool. Xbox Live went down. Like, what do you mean? Like the network's down, or you stop paying for it? You forgot to pay for it. Pay it, and you don't want to mess with it. Yeah, I got you. I let mine expire. I had like a prepaid thing going on, and instead of continuing it, I realized that for the 2 years I had it prepaid for, I didn't use it a lot. And the games that I ended up really liking on there, I just bought. And things changed. I started streaming a lot of Last Epoch, and eventually it's like, dude, all I'm really doing is playing Last Epoch. There's a couple other games out there I like to play when I'm not streaming, and those I just buy them. So I just let it go. But it was a great service for discovering new stuff. What was the one game you were playing on there? Was that Farming Simulator? Oh, City Skylines 2? Yeah. You quit playing Farming Simulator a while ago? I got you. Oh, excuse me. All right. Let's keep it rolling. Oh, we get to go back to Raya again. Excuse me. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to go. Okay, we should probably push corruption. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, let's just do this. All right. He didn't even say anything. He was just like, "You dead." Let's go over to this one. Oh, okay. He said something that time, but it was already like halfway there. That was a very anticlimactic fight. He just stood there. 453. Visit the bazaar. I also got to see how much Champion's Regalia with health is going for. I doubt a lot of people use Atrophy. It's a good little item. 0. I'm just gonna give this one away for free. Oh. Right. Oh, that just sold. Jeez. All right, let's get back to it. Kill, 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 name of the game. Ravenous Void. Alright. Wishful thinking. Okay, guys, I'm ending it for the night. It's just too freaking hot in the office. I got to get out of here, man. I normally stream longer than this, but I'm out for tonight. I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here, guys. If you're over here on Twitch, we're going to go ahead and raid Perry the Pig. This dude's awesome. You'll learn a thing or two about a thing or two. So, yeah, let's show some love to Perry. Anyway, you guys take care. Peace out. YouTube, thanks for rocking with me today, guys. Thank you so much for the likes. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully it's a bit cooler. Anyway, you guys take care.